how you can approach a project, what all the admin activities are there, what all security people activities are there, and what you as IAG person will do. Okay. Definitely we'll try doing some hands-on in this. We'll try designing the account model. We'll try to set up some security aspects. We'll try to understand the configurations, what we need to do, right? So this is the use case where you, as a working professional, working in a consulting firm, right? And you have a client which reached out to you and they say, hey, we are new to BTP and we have never used it, and we want to develop an application on BTP. Definitely, that would be a collaborative effort of developers, administrators, security people, DevOps consultant, all those, right? So how we can approach that project? What is something admin will do, and how he will design the landscape and all those aspects, right? And what developers will do, and then what security people will do, right? Also, they want to secure their BTP landscape using cloud identity services. Securing means they want to do identity and access management of the applications running on BTP or the BTP platform itself, right? Also, later they want to implement IAG. Okay, and they wanted to do risk and governance using IAG for the applications which they have been using. It could be a custom application they developed, or a application which they have, subscribed and which has been pre-delivered applications by SAP. Okay, so these are the aspects we are going to discuss. Design a BTP account landscape or account model for developing an application. There are different account models in different scenarios. Definitely here we are having 2 to 3 scenarios. So we'll try creating those account model. Okay, then setting up security aspects, or we can say SSO or multi-factor authentication for developers. So definitely developers will start using some tools, right? They need to use a development tool, or they need to use some portal service, launchpad service, so they need to access those tools. So definitely you as an administrator will have to provide them access, right? So next is, once your things are developed, you want application to be deployed. Okay, definitely developers will develop the application and then they will deploy it. And will understand how to deploy application in Cloud Foundry environment. Okay, and then also will again design a account model for a business application. Like let's say there is an application SAP have provided, right? So that is pre-delivered application. You are not developing that. Here you develop the application and you deployed it, right? You yourself developed the application, deployed. But in this, let's say there is the application which SAP have provided, like let's say SAP Analytics Cloud or Data Sphere, IBP, all those, right? Now there is a project coming up. Then you as administrator, how you're going to deal with this, and later then again they want to implement IAG maybe for this custom application as well as for the pre-delivered application, right? And how you will utilize IAG, how the complete architecture will look like, what all the different things you have to do, what all the different configurations you have to do, integrations, and then again setting up IAG environment. Those all the aspects we are going to discuss here. Okay, so that's how it becomes a case study where it's a collaborative effort where administrators and security consultant as well as access control consultant are coming and working together and making sure that these things which client is expecting is to be achieved. Okay. uh, okay, so guys, this session is getting recorded. Okay, if you want to get a recording for this, you please go ahead and subscribe our YouTube channel. Whenever we'll upload, you'll get the notification for recording. I have 2 groups. One is for administrators, one is for IG and security consultant. Our LinkedIn page is there, which you can follow for regular updates. There are a lot of good content. You will see a lot of good architectural diagram. I hope you must be looking into it. And also there is a video which I recommend you after recording get uploaded for this session. I would recommend, if you have not referred this video, please refer this video and go through the recordings. Okay, then you definitely will to correlate it better. Okay, so I just pinged this in the chat window. Okay, please go ahead and follow these pages and join these group and subscribe our channel, so that there are a lot of videos I'll be posting going forward. You can refer those. Okay. Let's start our session now. I know this slide, every single webinar workshop I have been conducting, I have shown this slide, but I know there are some people who have joined this class and they are new to it. Okay, so I'll quickly walk you through on this, and then we'll jump into our main agenda. Okay, so BTP cloud deployment model. Okay, we everyone says that BTP is a platform as a service. Okay, and then it also offers a lot of software as a service which is pre-delivered by SAP. So what do you mean by these cloud deployment model? In this, what you do, you go ahead and design your network, servers, everything. Then you launch your Windows machine or Linux machine. You yourself have to install everything, and then on top of that you install all those tools which you want to use on top of them, and then you start building, let's say, applications, and then deploy it, and then it generates data which you have to manage, right? But in this case, where in infrastructure as service, you actually don't manage this networking, storage, and all those things which you rent it from AWS and Azure, and they give you option to create virtual machines, and you give you option to choose the OS, which OS you want to. You can go ahead and just in their environment, on their console, click, hey, I want to in Windows OS for 16 GB RAM and 1 TB hard disk, and that's you can configure, and you can launch your virtual machine, or you can launch your server, and then on top of that you can again install your tools, and then you can develop the application, you can deploy it, and it will generate data which you have to manage. So here you are not the one who is managing the infrastructure behind the scene, but yes, you're just managing the tools what you're installing on top of that virtual machine, and the application you're developing and deploying, upgrading that application, all those things. It's your job, right? But why you're doing this? You're doing this to be able to achieve at the end the applications only, right? Mini applic and those applications, why you're developing? Maybe you want to solve your business problem, right? You want to use some application your as a solution to your some business issues or business problems, right? Or to automate things, right? At the end you develop application, right? So what they said that we can have a platform as a service as well, where what you're doing here, you're launching a virtual machine, and then on top of that you are installing required tools. They said, let's give these tools also as a service. You don't need to even install anything. Okay, you need ID, go ahead and subscribe for this service. You need to integration services. You need to integrate your systems with the different systems. I will provide you integration service, and just go ahead, subscribe and use it. Okay, there are a lot of services: connectivity services, destination service, authorization, trust management service, application logging service, audit log management service. There are a lot of services they give on top of this platform, which you can just subscribe and start using it. You don't need to install it. But here what you are doing, you are installing those tools, right? If you want to write a code, you have to install ID, which is maybe Visual Studio, Eclipse or something, but here they have given that as a service, right? And then you directly go ahead and start using it. So BTP is actually platform. Okay, and it offers you a lot of services related to data analytics, integrations, development, DevOps, automation, AI, anything which you want to develop for your application. Let's say you're developing a custom application, you want to add these features in your, you want to do embedded analytics in that application, you want to add a feature which can do embedded analytics, right? So what you will do, definitely they have given data analytics services, and you can embed that service in your application. Your application will be able to do data analytics, whatever data it will generate, you can do analytics on top of it, right? But in other case, here you yourself have to develop that analytics capability in that particular application, right? So here, that's why platform as a service, it gives you a platform which on top of it you can develop new application also on this platform only. Like you are developing the application, SAP also develops the application, which is nothing but SAP Analytics Cloud, IBP, Datasphere, PAPM Cloud, digital manufacturing cloud. They also developed and made it ready, because they know that there are a lot of solutions I have in on-premise which directly people are subscribing. They are not developing. Like if you want to HR solution, you will not develop HR solution. Normally you'll directly go and buy a success factor license, right? Or you want to do reporting, you will not be developing reporting application, but you will go and procure SAC, right? So that's how Even in on-premise, you are using BO, your complete ERP S/4HANA on-premise, right? So corresponding solutions they developed on SAP developed on this platform, and they made it available as a software service where you don't need to do anything. You just get a link and you start using it. Even data, whatever is generating, it is getting saved there only. The runtime, everything is getting saved there only. Okay, guys, just a minute. I guess there are one or two people pinging me a lot. Maybe there is having some issue. Uh, okay, great. No problem. That's fine. So that's what your BTP is, a platform as a service. It offers a lot of services which you can use and develop new application. It also offers pre-delivered business application which you can use and directly start working, right? So any question on this, guys? So that's why I've given example. Okay. And please, I have given you videos. Please refer this. I have given around 20 minutes of time on this slide to make you understand different aspects. Okay. So there are 2 to 3 components which are really important. These are the base of BTP. Okay. And without this, you cannot do anything. Okay. First is global account. And after this slide, we'll jump into the system. Okay. To look at it. Global account. Global account is nothing but like whenever you do partnership with SAP or you sign a contract with SAP. Okay. So SAP says, fine, you need this license. This is a contract. And in this license, you'll get these are the capabilities of the system. Okay, these are the things you'll be getting it, right? All those things will be mentioned. Similarly for BTP also, when you go to SAP and will subscribe any BTP service, they will also create a contract with you. Okay, and that is identified by global account. Okay, so SAP says on BTP you need 10 services, fine. Okay, maybe your project's requirement there where you need 10 services and these are the services, so they will create a global account for you and they will add those services in there, and then you are entitled to subscribe that. Definitely you'll pay for them. Okay, so those services will get added in global account. So global account is nothing but it will hold all your entitlements. Okay. uh People may have some more questions why you are saying this much only. There are other things also we could do at global account level, but no, yes, I'm 100% correct. You actually manage only entitlement, nothing else apart from that. Some security things are there. Definitely users are there who will be accessing your global account. Then how they will access, user section is there. Otherwise everything what you see at global account level, at then it is entitlement. Entitlement is nothing but a service entitlement which you can subscribe or which you can use, right? So that's why I say global account is nothing but a contract between you and SAP. Okay, and it holds all the services you want to use, and for them you have to pay. There are some free services also you get. Okay, which is like very generic services. We can discuss that maybe later. Now sub account. Sub account, what it does, sub account is a logical connection between you as a owner of resources, whatever, or services you have subscribed to the data center or to backend hardware. Okay, which or where you're subscribing those services. So when I say subscribing services, so services are nothing but SAP have designed a piece of code, piece of software, and they have given you. You just click on that and it gets actually deployed. But where it will deploy? That software, piece of software will deployed on a hardware, right? And those hardwares actually is nothing but infrastructure to across the globe. You're saying that SAP offers AWS infrastructure, is Azure infrastructure, GCP infrastructure. What they are, they're nothing but a data centers, a hardwares where whenever you click or subscribe any service, it goes and get deployed. Then sub account tells me which region, which service provider your resources are running. Okay, so actually you create a sub account, you transfer the service what you have in global account, whatever you have got from SAP, and you transfer in sub account, you assign in sub account. And while you create a sub account, that time you select which region and which service provider I want to deploy this service, right? So you assign the service in sub account and then you deploy that service, you subscribe that service. So when you subscribe it, so while creating a sub account, you select AWS, Azure, or GCP or region, there only it gets subscribed. That hardware only use that reason, hardware it uses, right? So it helps you to identify actually which region, which service provider your services are running. Okay, so this is sub account. We'll see that. Directory. This I will discuss later. Okay, I don't want to confuse here. Directory is nothing but instance of global account. Directory is nothing but instance of global account. Okay, it also just manage entitlement, nothing else. But yes, it helps you to divide the complete workload of distributing services. It also helps you to organize your account model on BTP, which anyway will understand will when we'll do we'll have a when we'll start our sessions, so like topics, so we'll start creating sub accounts. Then I will say this is a challenge, now we should you start using directory as well in this session only. Okay, so that time you will understand it a bit better. Okay, so global account, sub account, directory, these are three main component we have on BTP. Okay, so now I said as per our case study. Okay, application development, there is an application development project came in your company, and you have administrator team, you have security people team, you have developers team. Then how you are going to approach this project? Okay, and how you will design your account model, that's what we are going to. And I have segregated the duty here, what all the things administrator will do, what all the things security people will, and then these things will go and implement in the system. Okay, so now client A came to you. They said, hey, I want to develop an application. Okay, so fine, they want to develop application. How they can develop application? I clearly told you that there are a lot of services SAP has given you on top of BTP, and you can subscribe those services and you can start building your application. Definitely developers will have to write code and all. Where they will write a code, where the code will run, where the code will how the code will be deployed, right? What all the features would they want to add in that application? They say that I want application which should not be connected to any application. It should be just a standalone application. I don't want to integrate the application with anything else. I just, so definitely then you don't need any connectivity features. You don't need any destination features where you should be able to pull data from target, because they don't want to integrate that. But if they want to integrate that, then you need connectivity services, destination services. They say I want to create a launch pad. Okay, then definitely you need build workzone app. They said I want to develop application using mm, no code, right? We don't want to write much code. I want my application should be based on no code, low code, so that even after you develop, I don't want again to take a lot of developers service. Okay, we will train some of our employees to be able to use no code, low code capabilities, and they will maintain my application. So I don't want to develop my application with hard coding, but yes, I want to use. So build apps you will need then, right? But if they want to develop the application with proper hard coding should be there, they want to use PHP or Node.js or Ruby, Java, Python, any of those languages, then definitely you will need ID where you will write the code, right? So after code will run, you need Cloud Foundry environment, maybe Cloud Foundry, Kaima or ABAP, right? So I have taken here as for example of Cloud Foundry. So you as an administrator, your job is, which account model is best suited, and and prepare account. So you have to choose which account model is suited for application development, and you have to prepare the account model. Identify the services which developers need and assign entitlement, right? So assign entitlement means when you create account model, in account model will use sub accounts, and in the sub accounts will assign the entitlement which is required. Entitlement of what? Entitlement of services which developers will need. Okay, then we'll also subscribe the services, right? And then once we'll subscribe the services, we have to give them access also to developers to use it. This is the administrator job. Now security people job. What security people job, right? Fine, a developer, let's go ahead and do this, and then we'll come further in this and understand. Okay, so I will go to my BTP. Okay, so guys, so I had explained you this is a global account I have. Okay, you also can create your free trial account. I am doing everything in free trial. You can go ahead and create your trial account here. Okay, so once you create trial account, you will get a global account created for you. Okay, and if I go to the global account, I show you. Let me just go to this, refresh this. Okay, so when I go to global account, you see these are the things you see at a global account level. Okay, actually this is entitlement, system landscape, whatever systems you'll add, that again can be used in sub accounts as an entitlement. Resource provider, Resource provider also, whatever resource provider add, maybe from AWS, Azure, GCP resource providers, okay, that also will be at then used as entitlement only. So these all the tabs are for different thing, but at the end they are used as a entitlement only. That's why I say global account is nothing but just to manage entitlement. Okay, just to assign entitlement or resources or system landscape to different sub account at the end, right? So this is nothing but a contract between you and SAP, and SAP offers you a lot of services, and these are the different services. If I open the service assignment, you can see these are the services I have in my trial account, which I have been entitled to use. Okay, I can go ahead and subscribe these services. Okay, I can go ahead and subscribe these services. But to be able to subscribe these services, I need a environment, I need a hardware to run. And how I will get hardware? I know that sub account is something which connects me, which create a logical connection with me and data center. And I have to create a sub account first, and then I have to assign entitlement in that sub account, and then I would be able to subscribe here, right? So now our requirement is we want to do a development of a application. Okay, so there are different accounts model we have on BTP, guys. Okay, so if I just quickly show you, so this is one type 1 account model, type 2 account model, type 3, type 4, type 5, type 6. Okay, but here we want to develop application, and this is the best suited account model to develop application. Okay, what you have a global account or a sub directory, fine, I will come later, guys. Right now just understand global account. In that you will create a sub account. One is development, one is for testing, one is for production. Okay, sub account, I told you this is nothing but creating a logical connection with the data center. And what you will do, you will assign entitlement from global account to sub account. What all the you will assign services and different, and the connectivity and all everything is handled at sub account level. We'll see that. Okay, so you will assign entitlement. Now dev account, dev sub account. Why? Because your application developer will develop the application first, right? So they will write a code, they will deploy it, and then testing also should happen for that, right? Because whether whatever they have written, the logic and everything, whatever they have written in coding, then that need to be tested properly, right? Whether it is working or not. So once everything works, then it will go to the production and it will get deployed and will be available for business users to use it, right? So that's why here we need this type of account model, where you will have three sub account: dev sub account, test sub account, production sub account, right? And there is a big team who is working on this. Then they will get access to all three sub accounts, and they will start working there. So let's go ahead and design this account model and assign some services, which is development related services, and subscribe them and use that. Okay, so I am in my global account. This is your global account. Already I have got a sub account created automatically because I have subscribed for trial, and SAP knows that people doesn't know much about this. So let's automatically create trial account for them. So now what I will do, I said, because I want to develop application, I have to create three sub account. Okay, one sub account. How to create sub account? Go here, create sub account, and write dev app app dev sub account. Okay, see, it is asking me to select region. Okay, so what are the services I will transfer from global account to sub account? Okay, global account to sub account. When I will subscribe them, then they will actually use the hardware from AWS or Azure, which I will select here. So I want to choose this, and AWS US East region, right? And I will go ahead and create, and this is dev sub account. Okay, I'll go ahead and create this. This is dev sub account, right? Again, I want to create one more, because a testing sub account also needed. Here people will develop, but once development is done, then the same development or application whatever they have developed, they will export it, and again they should deploy it in test also, and then they should do testing, right? So I will say app tests. Okay, this also I want to create in this, right? And again I can go ahead and create test sub account for prod. Okay, see, dev, prod, test, there are three sub accounts has been created. Now I want to develop application in this, and then again to deploy in this, and then again test in this, right? So what I can do, But yes, to be able to develop application, I need to assign, I need to have some tools, right? Where I will write a code, right? So you need some tools. What are the tools? That's why I said my client is looking for application which need to be which can be integrated, and that we can create a portal also, or we can do the development using no code facility, or we can do development using hard coding also, right? So these are the different services I want to assign in I want to use. So to be able to use these services, I have to assign entitlement of those services from global account to sub account, because I have got all the services from SAP in global account. So let's go ahead and assign those, right? So how you can assign entitlement from global account to sub account? I will go to global account. Here I have entity assignment. So in entitlement you have entity assignment, and here you have option to select where in which sub account you want to assign entitlement, right? So I will say dev sub account I want to assign entitlement. I will select, okay, I will click on configure entitlement plan. I will set add service plan. As soon as you did this, you see these are the different services you have available at a global account level. Okay, these are the different services you have available at a global account level. But if I show you here, guys, these are the already services available in the sub account. These are nothing but free services. Okay, these are free services by default you get. So as soon as you create a sub account, automatically these free services you get. Okay, but those which are paid services, you'll not get automatically in your sub account, right? Or so for that you'll have to assign the service entitlement. Just a minute, guys. Sorry. uh okay, so what happened is I want some of the service. What is service I want? So how I can assign? I will come and select the sub account in which I want to assign, and I will click on add service plan. And now I can see that all the things available. So I want business application studio, business application studio, right? I will select the plan. I want to build apps. I'll select the plan. Also, I want build work zone. I'll select the plan. I will say add three services. So now three services will get added, and I will click on save. Similarly, now in the testing landscape, because again in testing you will not be developing, right? You will not be developing the application again, right? So you may don't need to again assign entitlement of these business application studio and all, right? But you need maybe some DevOps things there, correct? You may need it, right? So I have just showed you in one how you can assign. Then definitely as per your requirement in all three sub accounts you can assign required services, right? So now I assign entitlement. So if I go within, so I'm in sub account, let's go in app dev sub account and see if we have those entitlement available which we subscribed. So if I go to here also, you see in sub account, you can see entitlement. In entitlement, you'll be able to see what are the services you have. So previously we were not having business application studio. This came, build work zone. This came, build apps. This came. It was not there. Okay. Previously it was not there available. So now, but these three entitlement I have assigned, which I can go ahead and subscribe here. Okay. So what I'll do, let's go ahead and subscribe one service. What I want to subscribe? I want to subscribe this service. Okay, build workshop. This will be used to this will be used to create a launchpad UI of the application. Okay, this service we can use. So build workzone is service, guys, which is used to create a UI of the application. Okay, so now I'll go to, so how you can subscribe for a service, how you can subscribe for a service. Now I have just been able to entitle the service. To be able to subscribe a service, you have to go to service marketplace in the sub account. See, this is my global account. I am in sub account. I assigned the entitlement in this. Now I want to subscribe service in this, right? Because I cannot subscribe service at global account. It doesn't offer me any connection with the hardwares, right? Or data centers across the globe what we have. But sub accounts create. So I can only subscribe services only in sub account. Okay. So what I can do, see, these are the services available. I want to subscribe build work zone. Okay. Build apps, build work zone. I'll go ahead. and just select this. I'll click on create and I'll go and create it. I'll go and view six subscription. See how easy it is. Anything you want to do on BTP, it's just a click away you can do. You want to launch HANA DB, just go ahead and assign HANA DB entitlement in this and click and HANA DB will get launched. It will take 5-7 minutes of time. Your HANA DB is ready. But what happens in on-premise? You have to launch complete server. You have to configure the sizing. You have to do every single thing. It's big job, right? But here it's a 5 minute of job to have a HANA DB available with you on a cloud, right? So see, this service is getting subscribed now, right? So similarly, okay, I want to do more services. I said that we need a Cloud Foundry environment. We need a connectivity service. We need destination service. So let's subscribe all those also. So this is one I subscribe now. I need a Cloud Foundry environment as well here. So let's go ahead and search whether we have Cloud Foundry environment available already or not here. So search Cloud Foundry. Also, guys, see, you can see within a sub account, you can check what all services you have, right? And if you don't have that, then you can go ahead and assign entitlement. So we don't have Cloud Foundry available. It means we have to assign entitlement of Cloud Foundry from global account. Okay, let's go in global account and we'll check in global account if we have Cloud Foundry available. So let's go directly and assign it. We'll see that. Okay. So in this sub account, I want to subscribe. See, guys, this is the prod and this is test. If you need some more services in this, you can go ahead and assign services in this also. Same way, prod you can go ahead and assign. In prod also you need Cloud Foundry. So first let's go and see this. I am assigning Cloud Foundry in app. What is Cloud Foundry? Cloud Foundry, guys, is nothing but an environment, okay, which has a capability to execute codes. What codes? Maybe codes written in Python, Java. So normally what you do in your on-premise, you install Java runtime, you install Python runtime, you install ABAP runtime, and there you can develop, you can deploy the application. So Cloud Foundry is also nothing but a environment only, but yes, it has been developed in a such a way. It uses some virtualization concept so that you can not only just run application in one language, you can run application in multiple languages. So like in virtual box, right? In previous days or office school days, we had a virtual box installed in our system. And on top of that, we were installing Windows machine also, Linux machine also, we were creating virtual machines, right? So similarly, Cloud Foundry is nothing but an environment. It holds the executable environment of many languages. Whenever you will try deploying any application, you will have to just tell, hey, Cloud Foundry, this application is written in Java. Please initiate Java runtime. This application is running in Python. Please initiate Python runtime. And it will initiate Python runtime and execute in Python then, right? So that's because I'm going to do a development of application, right? Maybe I'll develop in Node.js and Python. So I need to deploy that. So that's why I need a Cloud Foundry to be able to execute that application, right? So that's why I'm going ahead and assigning entitlement of Cloud Foundry as well. Again, I will select the entity sub account where I want to assign entitlement. Again, I'll click on configure entitlement, add service plan, and let's go ahead and search for Cloud Foundry. The Cloud Foundry runtime and its memory type, I'll go ahead and add. And I'll go ahead and click on save. Guys, I now assigned a Cloud Foundry environment as well in my sub account. Okay. So we'll go ahead and, and what is next? So Cloud Foundry, we gave connectivity destination service, build work zone, build apps, business application, we already had done. So let's check if we have build connectivity and destination service or not in our sub account. So this is our sub account. You will see at global account level also, I can see what are the services is there in sub account. I can go into the sub account and entitlement section and can see what are the services I have, right? So let's search if we have connectivity services here. Yes, connectivity service is there. Destination destination service is there. Perfect. And so whatever we need, already we have all in my sub account. Now our job is to go ahead and subscribe those services. So let's go ahead and do that. Let me go into sub account. This is my sub account, right? See, so here you have option to enable Cloud Foundry. Okay, you have option to enable Cloud Foundry. So in sub account, if you want to deploy application in Cloud Foundry, you have to enable Cloud Foundry. You have to if you want to deploy application in Kaima, then you have to enable Kaima environment, right? Yes, but yes, that environment should be available. Then only you can go ahead and do that. Okay, so I can go ahead and enable Cloud Foundry. Okay, see, so it's doing nothing. It's actually subscribing the Cloud Foundry runtime. Okay, I can do one thing. Maybe I can go to Service Marketplace and let's search for Cloud Foundry. Cloud Foundry. I will go ahead and create here. Okay, I'll go and create. So that's how you can go ahead and create a Cloud Foundry service instance as well from there. Okay, now Cloud Foundry service is available. It has been subscribed in my sub account, where you can see that, guys, from here you subscribe, you see what all services you have, then you subscribe it, and from instances subscription you go and see, so what all services you have subscribed, you can see that. See, build workzone I had subscribed, you can see that. Now I subscribe Cloud Foundry environment, you can see that. So there are three sections: instances, environment. These all will discuss if you join my training. I'll in detail teach you what is environment, what is instance, what is subscription, when to come, which when you subscribe, which will come to where, and what is how they are differentiated. You know what's use case and everything. Will discuss that. I don't have much time. I cannot discuss differences and all these things. So please refer that video. You'll get idea then. Okay. So guys, see, Cloud Foundry was not there, automatically came. So there are two ways. Either I could have clicked on enable in Cloud Foundry there, and sorry, and again same thing will come. But I manually went ahead and subscribed Cloud Foundry here, and that's why now I have a Cloud Foundry org created for me. And now in this I can deploy my application. So now Cloud Foundry is also created. What is next I want to do? I want to subscribe, I need a connectivity service, right? I need a connectivity service and destination service. Let's go ahead and subscribe those as well. So I'm in dev sub account, development sub account, and I will go to again instant, sorry, service marketplace. In service marketplace I need to assign a connectivity service. So destination service, let's do, I want to put a particular name. I'll tell you why I'm just putting this name only. When we'll deploy, we'll see that. Okay, I'll create destination service. Okay, and in this, so see, the destination service will run where? In Cloud Foundry environment, right? Which we just enabled, because this is a piece of software, right? And this software need to run. Where it will run? It will run in an environment. And where, which environment? Because you have created Cloud Foundry here, so you have option to select Cloud Foundry, right? And see, it is asking space. So actually, guys, Cloud Foundry gives you memory, but to be able to subscribe a service, you have to create a space first, and within that you can subscribe, right? So this is the Cloud Foundry. Within that you can divide that. So let's say you have 1 GB of Cloud Foundry. That 1 GB of Cloud Foundry you can better manage. You can divide multiple spaces. Okay, and that is mandatory to be done. So if you want to install, deploy any application, you have to deploy the application only in a space. And that space is nothing but let you organize, let you divide the Cloud Foundry total run memory, whatever you have. Let's say you have 4 GB. So you may need create four different spaces. You can allocate one GB in each space. Space is nothing but same. It's a Cloud Foundry only, just dividing your Cloud Foundry in segments to be able to. So I can say uh, app dev space. Okay, I will go ahead and create it. So now space is created. So again, let's go ahead and subscribe that service. What we were, so we were subscribing connectivity service, right? Sorry, I have to go to service marketplace, and here I have to search for connectivity service. Create. Okay. See, it automatically took space. If I have multiple space, then it will ask me to select which space, and I want to give name connectivity dev. Why I'm choosing this particular name only, I'll explain you. Don't worry. Okay. While we'll deploy the application, then I will show you. Create. Okay. So again, I'll come to instance subscription section. See, see, connectivity services got created. Now more destination service. So your developer will tell, see, they are writing in the code what all the instances they are expecting. You as administrator will initiate or subscribe those instances. So destination service. One more is there. I will not do this. I will try deploying, will fail. Our deployment will fail. Then I will tell you why it is failing. Then we'll create this service and show you why I'm putting this name. Okay. So they want three, but I'm doing only two. Okay. Yesterday. Go ahead and create it. Again, I will see. So my developers need these are the different services, and all those different services I went ahead and subscribed for. Okay, I did not subscribe business applications to do that. You can go ahead and do that as well. Build apps also you can go ahead and do that as well. But yeah, just for demonstrating purpose, this is how. Again, if you want to do that, go and service not created and subscribe it. I will not show it again. It will eat some time. Okay, so guys, see these. This is the instances type, and this is environment, and this is subscription. When I subscribed it, it did not ask for any runtime. Why? Because this is the software as a service. This is a software as a service, and SAP is taking care of end to end. When you subscribe, it will not ask for any runtime to be selected. It is not utilizing your own Cloud Foundry which you have purchased. But when you subscribe any service which is type of instances, they will consume runtime what you have, because you custom application you are developing, and that custom application you are the one who will decide what all the services you want to add in custom application, and for that you have to pay that, right? Pay for that. So you need custom destination and connectivity services, but destination connectivity services comes for free. But when they run, they need runtime to run, they need executable environment to run, but runtime is not free here, so you have to procure Cloud Foundry runtime, right? That's why when I was subscribing these two, it asked me select which runtime you want to select, because why SAP will give you the runtime for running the, because this is your choice. You want to add these feasibility, these capability in your application. You want your application to be able to integrate with other applications and services available, right, in your landscape. That's why you are using your Cloud Foundry space which you have actually procured. Okay, but this is a pre-delivered application by SAP. You are paying for this end to end. So when you subscribe this, it doesn't ask you to select runtime. It runs in SAP runtime, which is in the which is actually in this AWS USC's reason where we selected this sub account when while we created it, right? So guys, that's how you subscribe it. Now what is the next step we have to do? Where our case study? Yes, this. So we assign entitlement, we subscribe these services. Now we need to provide access to developers. We need to provide access to developers. So developers need to use this application to be able to create a portal or UI of application, right? So what we can do, we give them access. So normally in your sub account, if you want someone to able to work on this sub account, or to be able to work in specific tabs in the sub account, you have to add them as a user here. Okay, so that's why here you have security section, you have user section, and in user section you will go ahead and add your developers who wanted to work, right, who want to use these services, right? So they want to use the services which we have subscribed is build work zone. So I will come and create a user. I will add a developer. My developer is, let's say this. But this person must have account on SAP ondemand.com or sap.com. Okay, because he will get identified or authenticated from there. Okay, and later we are going to learn cloud anti services a bit, so we'll understand that. Okay, this difference between this identity providers. So there is option, you have identity provider. If you have your own identity provider, then it will give you option to have your own identity provider. Okay guys, I know this is just 1.5 hour session. I really can literally can go in detail and explain all these, but yes, I don't have that much time. I'm really sorry. Please refer that video. Okay. So see, so I will add a person here. Okay, this is my developer. And then I will go ahead and assign the roles to him. What roles? I want him to be able to use this. I want him to be able to use build work zone app which I have subscribed, right? As an admin, I have subscribed. So I'll go ahead and assign rule collection and see. If you see here, Launchpad admin, Launchpad advanced theming, Launchpad external. These are the rule collections has been populated for that application. Okay, so guys, understand here. Automatically, you have cloud connector administrator, connectivity destination administrator, sub account service administrator, sub account viewer, sub. So these are the platform related. These are the roles related to these tabs: security tab, cloud, this HTML, connectivity. These are the tabs. Okay, but these three role collections are specific to the application which you subscribe. So guys, understand this. Whenever you subscribe any application, any full-fledged application, right? Software as a service in SA in sub account, automatically roles related to that automatically populates here. Okay, and then if you want to assign, you can assign. So see, I'll assign the role collection. So now I have added a person and I have assigned role collection. My Now this developer works on the creating UI. He don't maybe write code, he don't deploy, he only work on build work zone to be able to create port launchpad, right, for the different applications, correct? So he just need access to this, he don't need access to everything. That's why I have just assigned him these three roles. What I will do, I will ask him, okay, go ahead and use this link. So if I come to service and instances subscription and I want to give him access to this application, right? So I'll copy this link. I already have added him as a user. I have assigned the role collection related to this application. I will ask him, go ahead and now check whether you're able to access. So he will go to this link and his email IDs will be provided. Continue. He will sign in. He got access to this application which I have subscribed. So that's how now he can work on things. What he can do on this, he can create sites and all. He can create launchpad, right, for his application right here. So now but he don't have access to this cloud from this sub account. If I just copy this link and give him this link, and if he's tried to access that link, this link, let's see if he can do that. He would not be able to do, right, because he will not be having authorizations. I have not assigned him cloud level authorizations. BTP cockpit, see, it is opening. See, let's see what it comes with. Just taking some time. So this app is running in sub account. He can access that sub account. See, okay, actually, he have access to one of the sub accounts. See, but that sub account he don't have access. See, he can see trial sub account. Actually, there is a trial sub account which I was having, right? There I have added this email ID and assigned role. But see, he cannot see that another sub account which is visible to here. If I go here, see, he cannot see others. He only can see this because I have added him explicitly in this one, but he cannot see. So he cannot access this sub account, but he only can access a particular application which is running in this sub account. And he is a developer, and there with that application he can create a portal or create a launch pads, right? Create a UI, right? So that's why how I can give now. I want other developer. There is one more developer in team. He should be able to deploy the application. He should be able to deploy the application. Then I have to, so where he can deploy application, you know very well that application can only be deployed in runtime, because it will need a runtime to run. It will need a runtime to execute the code, right? So let's go to app dev space, right? So guys, to be able to deploy the application, right, you need to give him access to Cloud Foundry. So to be able to give access to Cloud Foundry, even if you give all the roles here, right? If I say users, if I come to users, if I give him, if I just gave him only application role, right? Application role. if I give him all the roles of this sub account, everything, let's do this. Okay. And assign role collection. Okay. Let's go and check the changes. I will log out. Now he will be able to access that sub account and he will to do everything in sub account what I could do. Sign in again. Okay. See, it is coming. See, it's a SAP universal ID coming. It is authenticating from accounts.sap.com. It means it authenticating me when I create account on sap.com. Okay. But normally in normal case, your employees will not go ahead and create account on sap.com, right? You will not ask your employees to go ahead and create account on sap.com to be able to access this. For that, we have a identity provider, custom identity provider that will see in some time. Okay. Let me now log in. You can extend your trial account, guys, after 90 days. See, now I got access to app dev space. See, if I go inside this and you will see that open it. Yeah. See, I can see everything, but I cannot see Cloud Foundry. See, can you see Cloud Foundry? But here in mine one, I can see Cloud Foundry. So to be able to deploy application, you have to add a person as a org member to be able to use this Cloud Foundry. Okay. So you have to go and add org member. These are the different roles, guys. We can discuss this in our training session if you join with me. What are different roles? Okay. So now he have been accessed. If I again refresh this, he would be, I guess I have to log in or log off, log out, or let's see if it works directly. Yeah, it came. So Cloud Foundry, see now Cloud Foundry we can see. Now this user is a developer. He can do things. If I remove the other roles, this service, all those roles, now he only can just deploy application here. You can manage the spaces here. That's all. Okay, you cannot do anything else. So that's how your job is. Similarly, what you have to do, you have to repeat the same thing for test environment, repeat the same thing for production environment. Okay, and that's how different you are going to get access to your different developers. Okay, depending upon what role they have. Now, again, in spaces also, here I can see space, but what I can do in particular space, that also can be restricted, because within a space also, if you go, you have see members, and if you want to add someone as a member, again you have multiple roles within space. So definitely you might be, sometimes you want people should be able to create space, sometimes you want people only should be able to deploy the application in particular space, you want only to view that what applications are deployed, right? So for each of those there are different level of, so that's why we say Cloud Foundry administration. Okay, only BTP administration is administrating the complete platform, but Cloud Foundry administration is again one more thing, where you manage these spaces, how organize these spaces, how you access you can give, right? So these all things again comes into Cloud Foundry administration. Okay, and in our BTP administration, we'll cover this also in detail. Okay, so guys, that's how you can give access to your developers. Now, what is the next we wanted to do? So similarly, we what we did, we created this sub test dev account, test account, prod account. In this, we understood how we can subscribe services, how we can assign entitlement, how to provide access to the developers depending upon different roles. We have the same thing you replicate here, so I will not do this again. Okay. So yeah. Now, what is security people job? What is security people job here? So guys, when I say security people, definitely you as administrator can go ahead and create account there, right? In BTP cockpit, here you can create users one by one, right? You can create users one by one, add users, assign role. But is this the right way? No, it's not a right way. Actually, we should be able to create users automatically here, right? So how we can do now developers? So now, and also when you create users, this email ID you had, you say default ID. It means the person email definitely should have an account on sap.com, which you don't want, because your developers, you will not ask your all employees to and users of this sub account go to create an account on sap.com. So to have your own identity provider, to have your own identity store, like in your environment, you must be working in MNC, right? There you have what I can say, you have Azure AD, Okta or SailPoint. You authenticate yourself, right? And there all the data is managed there. Similarly for BTP also, SAP provides you a service called SAP IAS, okay, and you can go ahead and create trust. So first, as an administrator, this is, as administrator or security person, your first job as soon as you get BTP cockpit in your hand from your client, okay, you should go ahead and subscribe cloud identity services, and that's what I have done. In trial sub account, I already have subscribed. If I go to instances and subscription, I already have subscribed cloud identity services, see cloud identity services, okay. This actually is a service which let you import all your users in this, and you create a trust with this system with all your sub accounts, so that the sub accounts users should be able to log in, should be able to authenticate using this service, okay. So what I can do, so this, and all, see guys, this also a service, this also when you subscribe you have to create a sub account, right, and that it will run, and then it will cater a service to all 100 sub account you will create in your landscape, and in all 100 sub account maybe you'll be installing or subscribing different application, not installing, subscribing different one app, one sub account you will subscribe SAC, one sub account you will subscribe IAG, one sub account you will subscribe digital manufacturing cloud, right. Similarly data sphere, data intelligence, MDG cloud, S4 HANA cloud, different sub account it will run, but all the users from different sub account should be authenticated from identity provider, right, and it will cater a service to your it will cater service to all your sub accounts, right. So that's why first job is to create, very first job, as soon as you get your trial sub, like your client system, you should go ahead and create a sub account, and you should subscribe for this, so that it can help, because how they will access the system, they should authenticate, right, and how they can authenticate, they can authenticate using this or sap.com, right. You don't want to create account on sap.com to all your employees, so that's why you have to do this, is the first job you should do, right. So now I have already subscribed it, I did nothing, I went to sub account, I assign entitlement of this, and I can get, I went ahead and service marketplace, I subscribed, and I saw it is created. So let's go ahead and see this, how it looks like, right. So now see, this is our cloud identity services. I will go ahead and log in this, okay. So I can maintain all my employee records here, I can maintain all my employee records here, right. See, I can import data and all employees. Now the employees, when they will try to access, they will to authenticate here. So to be able to do that, let's quickly create a trust with IAS and our BTP sub account, other sub account in which my application. So see, this is sub account, this is sub account, this is sub account. Now maybe there is some application running in this, some application running in this, some application running in this, or one application running in this, right. Now they want authentication. Now the people want to access this. To be able to access this, they should actually have their account on cloud identity services, and this cloud identity services should trust this sub account. So how to create trust? Let's go in the sub account, and you come into security section, trust configuration, and here you can establish trust, okay. There are other ways also to establish trust, but this is the quickest way, which it uses OpenID Connect, which we'll definitely discuss in detail in our training if you join my training. And I will select the domain, I'll create a trust. So next I'll finish. So now trust has been created, right, for me, and it is available for logon. Now let's go and again access this application. Now let's go ahead and access this application. This application we accessing, right? Copy link. Now we'll go to incognito window. Let me log out from here. Anyways, nothing doesn't matter. If I now access, okay, I'm already logged in, so it is taking mm, 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 mm. Log out. Okay. Let me go again. So this is the application. This is the trust configuration, and this is available for log on. I will remove this. So guys, see, I want to disable the, I don't want to log in using default anti-fraud, because I don't want my any employee to go ahead and log in using this. I want the login should IAS, which is completely managed by us. Okay. So anyone from outside world cannot access until unless he has user account in IAS, right? So now let's go ahead and again try that. So I'll go to subscription, and I'll go to copy link, and let's go and launch again in incognito window. See, it is giving me this screen. This is what screen? This is a screen of nothing but a screen of IAS. See, A68VG this. And previously you're getting universal ID SAP accounts.sap.com to log in, right? But now you're getting this. So now I can log in using this. So, and one more thing I'll show you. See, this is nothing but A68VG. And see, my account is exist here. Okay, now I should be able to. And one more thing I want to show. So in come in users, and you see here only two entries are there. One is for default identity provider. Let me log in and show you the change. See, I logged in, but my access is denied. Why? Because see, let's come and see. Now let me refresh this. As soon as I logged in, automatically you would see there is a user got created here. See, one user got, and it comes from where? It comes from IAS. It gets data from where? Ankit, Ranjan, this email ID, everything it got from where? It got from here. See, this name, everything is there. Right. So I am logging into this now using my custom ID. Now I don't have role. That's why there is no. So if you see, there is no role to it. I can go ahead and assign the role. So that's how I'll go access, give them all these access. All these access I can go give, right? There is no relevance of giving access to these because this is for application sub account. So only see, I want to, him to access these all these this app. I'll assign role. Now if I again relog in here, log out, log in again. Okay. See, now I can access using custom identity provider. So guys, this is your job as a security people. You have to go ahead and configure trust with your identity providers. Even this is admin job also, guys, because now segregation of duty is not very clear, and all the administrators should do this. Okay, so this is admin, and now yes, maybe multi-factor authentication is something which security people will do. So let's go ahead and do multi-factor authentication. So I am in IAS, and see, as soon as I created trust, if you see in applications of this IAS, there is application access app dev. This is nothing but a automatically got created, right? As soon as I establish trust there. And in this, I can come, there is option here for risk-based authentication. Okay, risk-based authentication. And here I can say I want to do two-factor authentication for this app. What? TOTP. And I will click on save. Okay. Now if I again try to log in there, okay, let me log out, sign out, sign back in. Okay, perfect. I'll supply the password. See, two-factor authentication, it is asking for passcode. Okay, so actually I have registered this application with my SAP Authenticator app, which I have installed in my phone, and it will ask me to authenticate first. Okay, and it asking me to give passcode. I will give. Otherwise, first time it gives us a QR code which you have to scan and register in your in your app which you have downloaded from Play Store, okay, or App Store, and then it will give you code. You have to subscribe and you have to then log. You'll be able to log in the application. So two-factor authentication also be configured if required, right? So guys, this is what in the second thing we saw that we can do in where is our case study. Okay, so see, set up trust between identity provider and sub account, onboard user in IDDP. I was my user is already created, so you can or you can go ahead and onboard users, right? All the users who want to access any application, right? You don't need to now. So here you come in user and you can user management. You can come and add user, or you can import all the users, or you can sync users from any target source system, success factors and all. And to use you can use IPS for that, and then that's how you'll get users here. Okay, and then these all the users, depending upon the trust created, they will be able to log in, right? So we were able to create automatic user. Even authorizations also we can assign automatically, but I don't have that much time to cover that, so we'll do that. Will please refer those videos, whatever is there, so maybe there is covered in that. or if not, then definitely you can join my training and we'll cover that in detail. Okay, so this is what you will do. See, so your project was there. Now you assigned roles and everything and security job. Now developers, what developers do? So now developers should deploy the application in Cloud Foundry environment. Okay, guys, be prepared for 10-minute extension. Okay, because I know I have again complete IAG thing also to be explained, and now I have just 15 minutes. Okay, so be prepared for sometime you have to extend 10-15 minutes maybe. Okay, so now developers have access for everything, right? Now they can develop application where they can develop, they can I can even subscribe business application studio, and there they can write code and then they can deploy there. But because I want to demonstrate you, I have some applications already developed and available with me. Okay, so these are the different applications I have. So I will show you, I will deploy one application and show you. So let's go ahead and deploy this application, right? So this is our application, and what I'll do, I'll open command prompt. Guys, so see now I can do one thing. I can go, I can go as a developer. Okay, I can go in spaces, and within there is one space created, right? I said application you can deploy in Cloud Foundry, and you have a space only there you can deploy, right? So in a space, I can click deploy, I can browse file, and everything I can do and deploy, right? Manually you can do. It's a longer process, not very nice. So I usually use CLI. Okay, so I use CF login. Okay, now I'm logging into the Cloud Foundry org. So it is asking me to provide email. Okay, see, it is asking to select the org. So there are different orgs I have created. So I will select IVT. Okay, let me select first one. Okay, no, I don't want to. Okay, fine, let's deploy in this only, no problem. I will do one because I don't want to again go. See, so here it says select org. In org, there are three spaces, dev, prod, test. Actually, I selected this org, guys. So I have one more sub account, right? So this trial sub account. In this trial sub account, I have Cloud Foundry available, and that you have spaces. And there you have three spaces. So actually, I by mistake selected this org, right? This org, but it was giving me option to select org which was there within this. Let's go ahead and do this, no problem. Okay, but yes, to I will, before to do that, I will just show you. So there are three services. Anyways, let's do that, no problem. So see, I selected org, I got spaces, and now which space I want to deploy the application. I want to deploy application in dev space. So I will go to dev space, cd, and this is where my app is there. So I will write cf push to deploy application, write cf push, and you have to provide name of the app. Okay, this is the name of the application. I will say enter. See, it is pushing the app. Okay, packaging file, uploading. This app is doesn't need any service. This is very generic one pager app. I will deploy one app which needs you know proper other services. Then you will see instance starting, it's deploying, running. So I got my application is started. This is my application, this is started, and this is a route. This is where I can access my application. So I can, if I copy this link and I go here, or the other way, one more thing you can see here. So if I go to Cloud Foundry spaces, and there if you go inside that space, which is space, dev space, and in dev space you see this application deployed, right? It was blank, and this is a, see, this is application launch. See, hello Ankit, say hello. Hey, hello Ankit, this is my first CF app. Okay, so guys, see, this is how you can deploy application. And now this was very just one single pager, and it was not needing any BTP services. But let's deploy a application which needs some services. Okay, so what I'll do is, so in same we have one more application which is called Node BTP main. Okay, and let's go and deploy this. Okay, I am in this folder now. I will again, I'll push that app. CF push. One more thing I want to show you guys. So if I come to this, let's go to dev trial sub account. In trial sub account, if you see instance and subscription, see I have created an instance for XSUA dev and connectivity dev, destination dev, and these all threes are needed. If services you have said you have not created, it will throw error. But I have, because I have already created it, so it will not throw any error. I just wanted to show that. BTP note, pushing app, applying manifest file. It is checking manifest which programming language he needs. Okay, manifest applied, uploading the file, waiting for API to complete, staging the app, tracing the log. See, it checks that Node.js build pack needed. See here, it is written Node.js build pack. Okay, that's why it's Node.js it is using to execute this. If you run say Python, that it'll download Python. Memory quota exceeded. Okay, it means this app utilized a lot of memory. So what a problem happened in space? This space has only 1 GB. Okay, so this space, see, it is filled. So in dev it is filled, it is less memory it has. Okay, so let me see, I guess. So that's how guys we do, right? 144 MB, 300 MB, but this build one would have more. And there is nothing, it will just launch like this. Okay, similarly that's how it got filled, because I have only 1 GB memory in this my sorry, in this only 1 GB I have. Okay, and it is exceeded the memory, that's why it is not working, no problem. So that's why guys, that's how we deploy the application in these different spaces. Okay, now what client said, now you deployed one custom application, also you subscribed one business application also. Now I want to use IAG to do access governance of this. Okay, I want to use IAG to able to do access governance of this, right? So what will happen, you have to you will ask, okay client, go ahead and procure IAG license from SAP. The the client will go and procure, and they will say, hey SAP, please add the IAG instance in this sub account. So if I go to global market, global sub account, yeah, it is paid service, it will not be available. So again, you have to go to service assignment, you have to check whether you have IAG available or not. So let me show in my productive one. Okay, okay. So in productive one, if I go to global account, if I go to service assignment, I search for IAG. So if you see, I have IAG available. SAP Cloud Anti-Access Governance. Okay, and I have one quota which has already been used. Where it has been used? It had been used in one of the sub accounts. Okay, so which sub account? This is the sub account, mentorspool sub account. So what you will go? You will go ahead and subscribe IAG. First job is go ahead and subscribe IAG. And if you go instance and subscription, you see IAG is running here. Correct. Also, I have subscribed cloud anti services. Then I created trust with this. All these things I covered, right? I created trust. Then what I did also, I went ahead and when I created trust, people are able to people are able to use this IAG. They will to access this IAG. So if I go to user section, you see there are a lot of people are added. CRC, IAS, IES, IS. Everyone has come from IAS. So I have created all the data there. Also in IAS, if I open this IAS of mine and I'll show you cloud anti services in this. Mm, 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 mm. Subscription. This is my cloud anti services. Okay. So this is my IES, and here lot of people are there. So there are groups created. In these groups, people have been added, and these groups are actually mapped with the role collections. We have IAG role collection. That's how they are able to access it. So before than that, this is our IAG. Let's understand this what IAG is. Okay, IAG is a access governance tool. It is running within a sub account. Okay, within a sub account. Okay, and we have created trust with IAS so that IAG consultant who is doing technical job, right, they will get access to IAG, so their roles will get mapped with to the users group. Okay, and people will there in a user group, and that's how they will get access. Also, there are different owners you have in GRC normally, right. So the owners like workflow administrators, role owners and all those, they'll also be configured here in groups, and that data will sync from IAS to IAG. And so there are two business users and there are technical users. So technical user will get access to trust configuration. What all the Fury tiles they should be able to access. And here the people who will be the different owners, right? They will be their data, user data will be pulled from IAS in IAG. In IAG, it is hard coded. If person is belonging to this group, then he should be this owner. So that's why when you see here in our IAS groups, the group name has been created: IAG campaign admin, IAG campaign coordinator, IAG campaign reviewer, IAG CBR activity. These are the standard group which I hard coded in IAG. But IAG pulls all this data and then understand who is what. This is one how to understand who is what, like the owners. But to be able to access IAG, if I open access IAG, maybe I'm a user who want to access the who want to raise access request, right? Then he should get access to these different tiles, right, as per the roles assigned. So the roles comes through trust configuration. Ownership comes using the groups you have created in IAS, right? And also even to be able to give technical access these roles, right, you even can create groups. There are two types of groups gets created. One is for technical access and one is for owners. So that's what there are two type of groups you create, and one group you use to give access to the IAG to be able to do things what all tiles they should be able to access, and one type of groups you create to be able to give owner level of access. Okay, so that's how two things happens. So guys, so now again let's come to this diagram, understand. So what is IAG? IAG is access governance tool. Okay, it can do access control for all cloud systems which was not available for GRC. Also it can do access governance of on-premise system. So to be able to do access governance of cloud system, you have to integrate those cloud system using IPS. And to be able to do access governance of your on-premise system, you have to integrate that with cloud connector, right? So one cloud connector, your on-premise systems will have a cloud connector, network will have cloud connector, all the system will get integrated with IAG. Now after the integration happens, these all the repositories will be synced in IAG corresponding to each system, and these all repository will be synced to this IAG corresponding to each system. Now a person can raise access request, or you can do access risk analysis, role designing, access certification, privilege access management, because you have all the data in IAG corresponding to each system, right? And then whatever changes are happening, you can do the provisioning also in this direction to these systems, right? Also, if let's say you have your Okta, Azure AD, or other corporate identity provider, that you can create trust with IAS, right? And then you can use IAS as a proxy system, but actually your all identity data resides in Azure AD. Okay, that's why when I say in implementation of IAG project, design account model. How account model will look like for IAG? Guys, IAG is a pre-delivered application. You are not developing it, so you don't need to do three sub account. You just have two sub accounts for that. So to be able to do that, let's go into this now. See, understand here. Now the first project came for this, right? First project came for this. One more project for came IAG. Now third project came for automation. Fourth project came for AI. Then fifth project came for integration. So this landscape becoming very, like all the sub accounts will be within the one global account. It is really tough to manage. That's why SAP said, SAP like let's use directory here. Directory will let you create a hierarchy and organize it better. So I will say directory for IAG implementation. Okay, and I will create a directory. Okay, now within this directory I can go ahead and create sub accounts. So in our, so if I show you my PPTs, okay, here for pre-delivered application. So IAG is a pre-delivered application. You're not developing. You just need to do functional testing, right? You'll configure, you will do all the testing whether all the features what SAP have given working properly or not, and then you will go ahead and do the same thing in prod. So this account model you can choose. But yes, you don't want to put it in global account directory, so you can have a directory within that you can create sub account, right? So if I come here, okay, so user enable user entitlement enable, yes, okay. So guys, now I can create sub account within this. One more thing I can do now, these three are in global account level. I can create a directory also, one more directory for development project. Okay, I can create one more, right? And now directory for IAG. Now I can create sub account here, right? I'll go here. I can create a sub account, create sub account where I want to create IAG test, IAG test. Select region wherever your IAG resides, and what is the parent. Now I want to create within this directory to segregate this, right? Create it. And again, one more sub account I'll create, sub account IAG prod, and select region. Okay, I'll go ahead and choose parent. Parent is this one. Okay. Now one more directory I've created for dev, right? This dev. I will move all of these three in dev to organize it better. Move. Where I want to move? I want to move them in this one. See how nice you can then organize. So directory lets you organize this. So everything not be at the global account level. And also global account admin, how much headache he will take. Hundreds of projects are running in a company. He cannot manage everything, right? That's why you can create hierarchy here. Again, I want to move. Where I want to move? I want to move in application development. Select, move. And again, I want to move. I moved. Which one I moved? Okay, directory IAG app prod test also I need to move. We'll go to move, and I will move it to directory development project. Move. Okay. See, now let's see how nice architecture will come now. So one IAG implementation. Now I will give access to, now see, the this directory administrator will be there. Now if these people need any service, he will reach out to them. This will reach out to global account admin. He will assign the service to that, and then he will again assign service to this sub account, and he can have more team. Maybe this is for IAG team, one more IAM team, one more for application security team. All these teams he can manage everything and within it, and again he can create more directories, more directory within that he can manage more each projects, right? So see, now this all managed by one person. One more development project came, one more, within that he can create multiple directory, within that he can create three more sub accounts. That's how you can design the account model. And guys, this is not just limited to this. Different project requirement, different client requirement, these different account models comes in a picture, which you have to these are some standard account models I have kept, but we can have 100 types of account model depending upon, and this all will learn very in detail in administrator training, right? So guys, I did not able to show the hands-on for IAG things, because in IAG then destinations you'll create, you'll integrate, so you'll cloud connector, so to integrate on-premise systems, you will add your on-premise systems here, then you'll create a destinations here. See, for on-premise destination, for for cloud, IAS destination, how you will fetch all the users, groups there from there, for different owners, and for bridge configuration, you will do a lot of things. So for each for each thing what you see here, if I come to this configuration, if I show, this is a figure which will help you to understand. And on premise integration, this is a figure which will help you to understand. This is on premise integration, bridge scenario. So these all things we are going to learn very in detail, and every single thing in our normal general training. Okay, so see, that's why admin job or IAM people job for IAG implementation. Then once they will design account model, subscribe, identity provider, they will set up, integrate on-premise system, integrate cloud system using IPS. Then then GRC consultant or IG consultant will sync data. They will do all the master data setup. They will do all the risk, the configuration for each module. Then they will configure IAG bridge. Then they replicate. So these are they didn't test. Then everything what they did, they have to replicate in production. Also, one more quick thing, guys, transport management, right? So what happens normally when you develop the project, right? You develop in dev sub account and test sub account prods. You export it, then you import it, or you set up Git. But transport management is a service on BTP which automatically, as soon as you do some changes in test, and you can customize all those things properly in transport management service, automatically will deploy it in test. You can automatically test scripts will run, it will check, and then automatically it will deploy in production if all good, right? So approvals and all will happen in between, and these are transport management service, but it is not true for IAG and all. IAG, it's for development projects. Okay, if you want to copy the content, development content from one sub account to another sub account, and that's how you do this transport management service you do, right? So guys, this was all about today's session. I know it was very fast, lot of content I had, but it definitely, because I have done a lot of sessions previously, approximately around 20 hours of sessions I would have conducted. So I did not want it again bore people who again they learn again and again new things. So I just wanted to give you end to end and understanding how you can go ahead and design your landscape, how to assign service, how to subscribe service, and all those things. Any queries anyone has? Okay, or else we have a sessions on these. Okay, 6 January we are starting a batch, administration, security, and IAG. If you want to have a look at the content, I will share that with you. So I'll send you a form. You can fill that form if you wanted to inquire for any training, and copy link URL, and I'll show you quickly the you can inquire the trainings over here, and also I'll send you quick view on this content. Okay, this is BTP administration training content. Okay, everything we are going to learn, we are going to learn administrate so all the basic things, right? Cloud deployment model, global account administrator, sub account administration, adding SAP cloud system to BTP landscape. Clouds is like Ariba, success factor, how we'll add them in our BTP landscape. Onboarding cloud resource provider, right? Like from AWS, Azure, GCP, to add any resource in BTP. Design BTP different account models, we'll discuss in detail. BTP service administration, cloud foundry environment, Kaima environment, connectivity destination service, integration of on-premise system and cloud system, cloud anti services, trust configuration, different. There are a lot of things, in this. And then again, the advanced things, transport management, BTP CLI for cloud foundry, setting up CI/CD, audit log management, everything. Okay. Similarly, you have for BTP security, IAS, IPS, and application security. We'll learn in detail IAS and IPS, everything. Okay. You can refer this and video and under look into it. And then IAG. And yes, guys, IAG, when I say on-premise or cloud is not one scenario. Uh, f- I'll tell you these things you'll not get anywhere across the globe, the things what we are covering in that depth. Okay. And in cloud integration, you will see different scenarios. Application running in Cloud Foundry, an application which is running, which is managed completely by SAP, like SAP Analytics Cloud and all those. There are multiple scenarios will cover here in cloud integration as well. And then again, your each of your segments, and then at the end your IEG bridge scenario. Okay, and this is, guys, for leaders, SAP leaders. In if you're in your companies, if you want to understand BTP end to end, okay, high level, each services. Okay, then most of services I have added, I need to add some more, and then it will really give you end to end understanding of BTP. It is a training on overview of complete BTP platform services for leaders. Okay, to be able to take best decisions. Okay. Yeah, so this is one, and also we have a YouTube channel. I would request you all to please go ahead and subscribe here. You will get, I'll upload this video and you'll get notification. And let me know if you're looking for training on any of these. And yes, if you talk about the content table of content, or I have very good slides prepared. Okay, for all the courses. Okay, if I maybe show you, see BTP, this is IS IPS training slide. Okay, it's all very well designed. very well prepared. And then BTP admin training slides, it's all, you know, everything very good architectural diagram with detailed explanation on each thing, CLI, integration, every single thing. It's you know very well detailed, will understand and learn all those things. Okay, and we'll provide you recording for the session. Normally, see, this is how it looks like. You have access to the, let's say there's one batch in which you have lecture 1 PPT for that assignment, lecture 2 PPT for that assignments. So there is lot of very well designed content for each topic, and you'll get, and at then we'll conduct mock test and everything. So guys, that is all about today's session. If you have any queries, I'm there for next 10 minutes, 15 minutes. If you have any queries, I'll take it up, or else we can close for the day. Anyone has any question? No?
Yeah, Ankit, I've pasted my query in the chat.
Okay, I'll check that. I'm sorry, I did not look at the chat. Okay, list of topics which you are going to cover in this admin training, I believe. Okay, it's 6th. Okay, yeah, like it was very fast forward. Every single thing. So that's why if you want to have a real, I have very well explained those 2 hour of session which you see very slowly I have done. So if you refer that, you will understand very for every single thing, what, why, how. I will not speak a single line for which I will not say why it is. Okay, that I can guarantee you. Okay, it is going to be very detailed, every single thing well taught. Okay, and that's why you see that's why you see the reviews. Okay, their LinkedIn profile also there. If I just quickly open, you know these all are real reviews of training.
Yeah,
No
and
4 star.
yeah, and
Okay,
also nothing, Ankit. I mean, as being a layman, how do we know which service to add for the sub account if if you're pretty much new
so
to
we'll
a.
learn that. Yeah, I will learn those. Lot of services will learn. Some use cases will learn. Will learn scenarios. Yes, and also your client will say that we need this, and you have to subscribe it. Each of some of the services are subscribed differently. The access you give sometimes automatically doesn't come. You have to create role collection. Then you have to assign role, and all those things will discuss, because during the training we'll anyway subscribe 15 to 20 services, and throughout the different, and anyways I will put things in a such a way that it will be understandable, and you're able to correlate with different ways of doing things. There are ways, one thing can be done in 5 ways, not 10 ways, sorry, 3 ways, 4 ways. Okay, all those things will take examples and we'll do it. Okay,
Because in ideal scenario, I mean, in SAP, I mean, whenever there is a missing transaction, we run SU53, and then based on that, we provide the authorization, right? I mean,
I'll tell
uh,
you one thing, it's
yeah,
completely different.
yeah,
uh,
exactly. Different.
it's
How do we ensure that I mean, those missing whatever authorizations has to be provided is provided
Yeah, those
effectively?
will discuss if some error is coming, why it is coming, some troubleshooting, each and everything we'll learn in detail. That's why you see, right? There are some places something was not happening, so I went ahead and checked. I did check the trust configurations and all. So because here I'm not explaining everything, because there are a lot of content I was having to cover. That's why I did not explain a lot of things. But yeah, it is going to be very detailed, and a lot of people are there in session who already have completed training with us, so they know it better.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay,
Hey, hi, this is
so
Vamshi, and I have attended previous session with. I completed my course with IAG, and there is no doubt that they are very patient, and they would take their time for us to explain. And even if there are any doubts, they will go to any length to clear them out.
Okay. Great. Thanks.
Great.
and it's not much. We have completed around 25 to 26 batches of admin, security, IAG, and all. It's not new to us. It has been more than 2 years we are doing these trainings. So yeah, that's why you see every single diagram what is prepared, is all prepared by us. No, nothing comes. Every single line you see written, it's this diagram is purely prepared by us, because we understand the topic so well that we created our own diagram. Okay, and the content, everything. every single thing you will see, it's all prepared by us and well maintained, explained by us. Okay, these all lot of diagrams we'll use. Yeah, I will not say this, these two I have taken from somewhere because it was very nice. So yeah. Okay. Any more queries, guys? Or we are good? Okay, then thank you so much for joining. Please let me know if you guys are looking for any training, and we have batch starting from 6th of January, and we'll get started from there. Yeah, Sundar, please tell me, you have raised your hand. Yeah, please reach out to me on WhatsApp. I would provide my WhatsApp detail. I will tell you the fees. Okay, thank you everyone for joining. It was a great session with you all.
Thank you for the session, Ankit.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Ankit. Thanks a lot.
Yeah, I'll upload the recording on YouTube and you'll get notified if you have subscribed. Yeah.